What do you do when your life feels fundamentally unsustainable and all the routes that could possibly have helped you have been exhausted and you're still stuck in the position that you're stuck in? How do you not give up? How do you when everything is stacked against you all the time and you have done everything that everyone has told you to do and none of it works? And when you tell people who suggested it that, they're like, well, it worked for me, I don't know what to tell you. And it's like, okay, well, it's not working for me. All right, I need other options here, and no one can give you anything except pity. And then when you say that you're gonna kill yourself, they're like, whoa, that's an overreaction. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna live 50 years suffering if I even made it that long. I'm not gonna, like, what? It's this or die homeless? You know, it's like take myself out myself, or if I died of natural causes in my home, it would probably be like at least a good week before anyone found out. And that scares the shit out of me. I hate that. I hate that part of living alone. I hate that part of not having anyone in my life. Anyone. Not reliable friends, not partners of any kind, not really family. I have some family, but not enough. And I don't have community of any kind, in person or online. And that in and of itself is like, I just feel like the permanent lurker, to use online terminology. I feel like I am always witnessing, but never can I be a part of. That's not meant for me. And I know that in and of itself is some deeply rooted trauma that I'm working to unpack, but just, I don't know, this got away from me. Like, my current life is just unsustainable financially, you know? Like, there's just, I rely on my grandparents to help me pay my rent. And I have for a while, but for a while it was more just a bonus check. I could pay my rent on my own. They were actually more just paying, like, my electric bill. And not that I couldn't earn that on my own, because I had income at the time. I used to drive for DoorDash. But then I lost my driver's license. So I live in a rural, small town in the middle of nowhere. I'm not getting a job without a driver's license, you know what I mean? Like, having a driver's license is specifically what got me a job as a part-time manager at Claire's for all of 2 days before I quit. But, like, I wouldn't have gotten that job as a part-time manager if I didn't have a driver's license. because they needed someone with reliable transportation, and they needed someone who was able to like go to the bank and didn't have to rely on bus schedules and stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? And all the walls are my art, by the way. All of it. Except there's a Sonic poster in my kitchen that's not. That was like a $15 thing from Burlington. But art, generally, like that you see on my walls, that's all mine that I've done. My kitchen's a biohazard. But now wholly relying on my mom and my grandparents to like help me just pay to live is insane. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm on Section 8, and yes, I can get food stamps. Because I can get a doctor to sign the work exemption form, whatever. I couldn't get a doctor to sign the fucking form to get my license back, which I have to get another form because that requires like contacting PennDOT, and all the days blend together. I don't know what day or time it is ever. I don't have a wall clock or a wall calendar or any way to just keep track of time in here, and I have been searching for a wall calendar for I can't even describe how long. I can't find them. I just can't fucking find them, and when I do, it's when I don't have money. But yeah. It's so hard to keep track of everything when I live alone. It was it was easier with my cat Maze. She helped me keep track of things. She would get me up in the morning and like she would tell me if the water started boiling on the stove, and like she would alert me to anything off about the house. Whatever, she was a really intelligent cat, but she was also very interactive. She and I were tight. You know what I mean? She was my girl, and she passed away in April. Very suddenly. Like, deteriorated over the course of 3 months. The tests at the vet showed nothing, and then she died. That's her. That's my Maze. And that's my ex's handwriting. That's not my handwriting, that's my ex's handwriting. They're the one that gave me the Polaroid single shot camera. Ex in question. But I'm so glad I have so many pictures of Maze. I do. Half of my wall is just pictures of her. Because she was my world. She was my girl. But I have 2 feral kittens now, and they don't let me pet them. One of them doesn't even let me look at her. She lives in my couch. And the other, I don't even know where she is. I was calling for her, but she knows her name. She's just not coming out because we're not close like that. That would be an x-ray of my left knee. That shows, you see where the kneecap, like, is? And then you kind of see, like, that notch where, like, it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's after an injury falling down, those stairs. So it's like, I don't know, anyway, my conclusion and thesis for this whole video is, how do you not give up after, like, when you know your life is fundamentally unsustainable and there doesn't really seem to be a real exit route? Like, what do you do? I keep getting told to not give up, and I'm like, but for what? Not give up for what? To wait for an act of God? Is that the solution? End video. This is the problem with using a front cam. I'm like, best angle, best angle, best angle.